Here's something most of us never really stop to think about. You are not a child anymore. You have a job, your own place, your own decisions. But then something small happens. A tone of voice from someone you love, a moment of rejection, a situation where you feel invisible, and suddenly you are not responding like an adult. You are reacting like a child who never got what they needed. And the most unsettling part is you have no idea why. So, what is actually going on inside the mind of someone whose childhood is still quietly running the show? Because the answer might completely change the way you think about your behavior, your relationships, and who you actually are beneath the person you have built yourself to be. Here's a quick deal: subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment saying, "Seen." Let's start with what most people get wrong. Most people think childhood is something you grow out of. That time heals it automatically. But psychologist John Bowlby, whose attachment theory changed the way we understand human development, found something that contradicted that assumption entirely. The emotional blueprint formed in the first years of life does not disappear when you grow up. It goes underground. Growing up does not heal childhood. It just gives it new places to hide. Here are 5 ways that psychology shows your childhood is still controlling you right now. The first is your attachment style is running your relationships. The way you love as an adult was largely written before you were 5 years old. Psychologist Mary Ainsworth found that children develop one of 4 attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, or disorganized. If you find yourself clinging to people who pull away or pushing away people who get too close, you are not broken. You are running an old program. The second is your inner critic is someone else's voice. That voice in your head that says you are not good enough, that you will fail, that you do not deserve good things. Psychologist Alice Miller found that the inner critic is almost always an internalized version of a parent, teacher, or caregiver from early life. The criticism was delivered externally. You absorbed it, and over time you started delivering it to yourself. The third is your triggers are childhood wounds in adult clothing. Psychologist Peter Levine found that unresolved emotional wounds from childhood are stored in the body and the nervous system, not just the memory. Your partner's silence, your boss's criticism, a friend canceling plans. For the unhealed nervous system, they are alarms connected to something much older. The fourth is your relationship with yourself was taught, not chosen. Psychologist Kristen Neff found that the level of compassion a person extends to themselves is almost directly mirrored by the level of care they received as a child. If your needs were dismissed, you learn to dismiss them too. The fifth is your coping mechanisms were survival strategies first. Psychologist Bessel van der Kolk found that behaviors like emotional shutdown, people-pleasing, perfectionism, and avoidance all begin as intelligent adaptations to difficult childhood environments. They worked then. They kept you safe. The problem is that the adult brain keeps reaching for the same tools even when the original danger is long gone. The coping mechanism outlives the crisis it was created for. And maybe that is the most thought-provoking insight of all. Your childhood is not behind you. It is inside you, shaping your choices, your fears, your patterns, and your possibilities from the inside out. Awareness changes everything. The moment you can see the pattern, you are no longer completely controlled by it. And that moment of seeing clearly is where the real growing up finally begins. Drop a comment below. What is one pattern in your adult life that you can now trace back to your childhood?